Hi guys! Today we are going to work on some story problems again. And yesterday we worked on some story problems together, and a really important part of that was thinking if we had to add or subtract in those problems. So today we're going to do two more problems together, and then you will do two of your own problems, just like these ones, on your seesaw assignment for today. So what I would suggest is to have this pulled up. Okay, you can go to our Bitmoji classroom and you can get that. I'm going to make my picture just a bit smaller. Okay, so you can see this in our Bitmoji classroom. This is really going to help you today. So here is our first problem. Maddox scored 91 points in the first round of a video game. He scored 28 more points in the second round than in the first round. What was his total score? Okay, so my first step in our story problems, remember, is to underline important words. And the important words are going to be the words that either tell us to add or subtract in a problem. So something that really sticks out to me here is total. So I'm going to underline that. Now, I am trying to figure out what his total score was for both rounds. Okay, it says that he scored 28 more points in the second round than in the first round. So more is also a really important word here too. The second thing I need to do is circle important numbers. Well, he scored 91 points in the first round. That's an important number. And 28 more points in the second round. He didn't score 28 points in the second round. He scored 28 more points in the second round. So I'm going to circle that. And I'm going to also circle more in there because I don't want to get confused and think that he scored 28 points in the second round when he only scored 28 more points in the second round than in the first. So what I'm going to do is kind of make myself a little, I'm going to show my work here. Second round, oh, I should have put the first round first. That's silly. Miss Johnson is, my brain's all over the place today. Well, second round, okay. And then actually what I'm going to do, just ignore all of that black there. Ignore that, sorry. Okay, first round. And second round. Because the question is asking how many points did we score altogether and in total. Total means to add. So I will have to add the first round and the second round together. However, I don't know how much he scored in the second round yet. I have to figure that out. This is a two-step story problem. In the first round, he scored 91 points. So I'm going to put 91 for the first round. In the second round, he scored 28 more points than in the first. So the word more means that I need to add that to 91 to figure out how much he actually scored in the second round. Okay, so in the second round, he scored 28 more points than 91. So if I want to find out what 28 more than 91 is, I have to add. So I'm going to go 91 plus 28. I always start in the ones place. So 1 plus 8 is 9. And 9 plus 2 is 11. So he scored 119 points in the second round. However, that is not our answer because that doesn't answer the question. This is why it is two steps. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what his total score was now with both of the rounds. So if I'm trying to figure out a total score, well, if I go back to this, I see that total is underneath addition. So what I need to do is add these two numbers. I'm just going to put the bigger number on top just because it is a 3-digit number. Now for adding, you don't have to do that, but it just makes more sense to do that right now since 119 is a 3-digit number plus 91. 9 plus 1 is 10. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 9 would be 11. Notice how I'm carrying my ones. And then a 1 plus 1 would be 2. So his total score was 210 points. Don't forget to label your answers. That was his total score with the first round and the second round. Okay, next problem. This is our last problem we're going to do together today. Milliken School has 382 students. Northside School has 298 students. How many more students does Milliken have than Northside? Okay, so first step is to underline important words. Look at this problem and see if you see any important words. For me, I noticed that how many more, that's really important, okay? Because if I look on my story problem words chart, I can see how many more underneath subtraction. So I know that this problem is going to have to do something with subtraction. So I'm going to underline how many more. And then the next step is to circle important words, or not important words, important numbers. So Milliken School has 382 students. That is important to know. And Northside School has 298 students. That is also important to know. So how many more students does Milliken have than Northside? And we already talked about how many more means that you're going to have to subtract. So if Milliken has 382 students, Northside has 298 students. I'm trying to figure out how many more is 382 than 298. And to figure that out, we need to subtract. So we always put the bigger number on top in a subtraction problem. Think to yourself, which number is bigger, 382 or 298? 382 is bigger. So that needs to go on top. Minus 298. That's my problem. So that's my number sentence. And now I have to solve and check. So 2 minus 8, what's that? You can't do it, can you? If you have 2 donuts, you can't eat 8 of them. So what I have to do is knock on the hundreds, or not the hundreds, knock on the tens, please. Cross off that 8. That's going to change to a 7 because we're taking 1 away from it. This 2, well, what I need to do is add 10 to it. All right, or I just add a 1 in front of the 2. So it changes to 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. 7 minus 9. Oh, what's 7 minus 9? If you have 7 Skittles, can you eat 9 of them? Nope. It's a big bottom problem, right? The bigger number is on bottom with a smaller number on top. So what I have to do is go over and borrow from the hundreds place now. Knock, knock, knock. I need to borrow 100. That 3 will change to a 2 because we're taking 1 away. And all I need to do is put a 1 in front of that 7 to change it to 17. 17 minus 9. Go ahead and try to figure that out. If you got 8 for an answer, then you are correct. And then 2 minus 2 is 0. We never put a 0 in front of another number, so we just leave it blank. It's an invisible 0. So Milliken has 84 more what? Students, right? So that is the label here. Perfect. That's my answer. So you have two problems just like these ones on Seesaw that I want you to solve. And make sure that you have this pulled up to help you when you are solving the problems, okay? You can solve the problems on paper and then just record your answer on Seesaw if you would like to do that. Have fun and good luck.